Ok, let's go. Salut tout le monde, vous êtes bien sur Skeuds, je suis Igor et nous sommes au W avec Angel Haze. How are you, Angel?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome back in
Thanks.
Paris. You've been here not so long ago for the Paris Fashion Week. No, you attended the two last Givenchy shows.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're getting mad love from the fashion industry and the fashion world and fashion people. Do you feel that?
Definitely. I think it's mostly because I dress like I'm really depressed, and that's how it goes on.
Fashion is not always about depression. I mean,
No, it's about being cute, but like, you know, I'm sort of like androgynous and like really like punk goth, so, you know, all of my friends that I've made, you know, like from Donatella to Ricardo to all of them, just really appreciate that, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think also. Remix.
Non,
do I do?
sur le côté en bas. Voilà, il est pas open.
Il est on pourtant.
Il est on?
Ouais.
Bon, alors vas-y, continue.
Sorry, never mind.
C'est vert et tout?
Ouais.
Ok, c'est cool.
Never mind. Still about fashion. You did your runway. Was it your runway debut for DKNY in February?
It was pretty cool.
How do you feel on the runway? Because it's not the.
I don't like it. I feel bad for models. It's like, I'm pretty sure that like if I hadn't spoken to Rita Ora, who told me not to take it seriously before the show, then I probably would have fallen and it would have been bad. So
yeah, because it's a different kind of performance. Like people are not at a fashion show to turn up; they're focused and cold and look at you like how do you look, the way you're dressed and everything. So
fashion is real.
Yeah. Plus, I know you're signed at Next Model.
Yeah.
So like fashion is becoming something real, like more than just a hobby. It's kind of a job. You're making money off of it.
Yeah.
So right or no?
Why do you have to bring that up?
How do you feel about that? I know you recently told that rap was just a hobby and you're doing it because you can, basically.
Well, no, actually I was doing it because I couldn't. And then I got signed and then I had to do it because that's what I got signed for. But you know, I just think I'm, you know, broadening my horizons and just stepping into things that make me, I don't know, feel comfortable and have fun with. It's just general way to go, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a fashion media darling? I know the last your last video, A Tribe Called Red, was in collaboration with ID.
Yeah.
So you're really getting embraced by the fashion media. Do you feel that fashion media darling thing?
Yeah, I suppose so. I wouldn't go that far. I just feel like I don't even know what I feel like, because I never even think about it, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things I appreciate when it happens, and I don't think about when it doesn't.
Okay, now let's talk about music. Dirty Gold, your album, like you really come a long way, but releasing Dirty Gold has been a journey by itself.
Understatement. No, but seriously, yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, like I finished the album like in June, and you know, I was going back and forth with my label for a ton of time and having them go, you know, we're gonna put it out. Then like this, at first it was like September, then it was October, then it was November, and like I felt like eventually if I kept letting them, you know, push it back, it would have come out in like 2000 never. And so ultimately, you know, doing what I did and putting my album out early and, you know, just saying basically F it all, just, I don't know, spoke volumes. It's just one of those things where you have to kind of keep control of every situation in what you're in, you know? Like it's, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm stoked I did it though, to be honest.
The title, I want to highlight you about the title, Dirty Gold. Is Dirty Gold your new diamond in the dirt formula?
Diamond in the rough type thing, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the story you're telling and your story, obviously, it's like coming from Detroit and everything you've been through, and like it seems like you're saying, now I'm gold shining.
I would definitely say so. I think that in regards to that, you know, I like to liken people to gold mining, you know, whereas like experience is the dirt and you go through it and you dig through it and you like, once you're finally emerged into like obviously solid ground, you realize that you're worth so much more because like obviously your mind, your gold or whatever. But yeah, I think especially in respects to my personal life that that would definitely be an appropriate title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But the cover also, you said it was a Kanye West inspired cover.
It was a Margiela, actually.
Margiela inspired cover. Was it just good looking, or it allows you, like Kanye said, that to be fearless and to feel less vulnerable?
Yeah. I think that the mask on the cover was just one of those things where, like, you know, you don't know what's inside it. You don't know who's behind it. And the whole point was to unveil it. You open up Dirty Gold, you put it in your CD player, you listen to it on your iPod, and you realize that there's me in the music, and that's it. And that's where you find me, and that's how you know who I am. And that's all.
Okay. Talking of fearless, I have to talk to you about this Cleaning Out the Closet record. I know it's been a year and a half, more than a year and a half later, but I have to talk about it. That was really some it's been a long time we didn't hear something that raw and explicit and graphic. You really went in on some Eminem shit, if I may say so. I want to talk about that because you recently said, I read your interview for Elle magazine, and in there you said that you couldn't hear the record anymore, or that it was really hard for you to listen to it again. Did you?
I don't listen to it at all. I've heard it
you
twice.
Didn't,
I've performed it once because of like general courtesy to my public, but I don't do it. It's like opening old wounds. It's like, you know, once I decided I wanted to let it go, I let it go. And if ever I were to like dive back into that, then it would just be me asking for pain. And I'm happy now, so I don't really want to go back to that, to be honest. But yeah, you know.
And if I'm talking to you if I'm telling you that, it's because I was looking the Battle Cry video, and in the video we got scenes of this little girl getting brutalized, and we can guess she's been molested, and the video seems like really autobiographical. So it was like, did you want to put some images on your words, or because so far it's like you're doing it to yourself, like to relieve the drama again, this tragedy again?
No, I think most of all it was important to, you know, because like when you had records like Cleaning Out My Closet, that was the first and last time I spoke about it. I even actually had to a point where I instructed people not to talk to me about it because it wasn't important to me, and it wasn't something I, you know, preferred to relive.
My bad.
No, now it's different. No, definitely. But when I did Battle Cry and I decided I wanted to do a video, I thought I would make it my life, and I would put it there, so then I would never have to speak about it again, and you could go through it and you could see everything what that happened to me as a child. Not everything, but like you get a glimpse and you get an idea, and you'd either feel really sad or you feel really empowered, because at the end of it, it's all, you know, even with the sign that says leaving the past, it's all about moving forward. And overall, I think that's the message that I wanted to send. I know it was really tough to actually shoot the video because I didn't really think about it when they were telling me pitching me the idea. I was like, yeah, this is great, you know. And then I turned up to set and I was like, well, this is my life. I don't like this. And it was really hard, but, you know, no pain, no gain.
Exactly. So the Battle Cry, just like Black Synagogue and just like the old Dirty Gold album, it's like you're pushing this message to people, to young people, like you know, whatever you're going through, you can make it through it. And this is it your message, what you're constantly saying in your songs?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's all about empowerment, not just for girls, not just for boys, but empowerment for people, period. Because, you know, there's so many fallacies in life, and there's so much we fall victim to when we don't know, or we don't believe in ourselves, or we don't know how, or like why, you know. So I think that the most important thing to do first is to ask the question why. And if you're satisfied with the answers, to live your life accordingly, you know, whatever. And if you're not, then you have to figure out and rework it, because everything comes down to interpretation anyway. And for me, it's just inception. You know, like the movie when you start spinning the circle and like whatever you plant.
You didn't see it, to be honest, but
watch the movie, man. It's been out for like 80,000 years.
My bad. I'm not a cinema guy. I'm not a movie guy, so.
But yeah, you know, it's inception, and I just want people to think for themselves. That's it.
Okay. The reception from the public of your album, how do you feel about it, and how do you feel of Angel Haze in the hip-hop landscape? Like, do you feel loved and appreciated?
I don't think that I'm really hip-hop's favorite child, to be honest, and that's fine, because, you know, it's not anywhere in particular that like I plan to permanently dwell. but I think that, you know, overall, when I first realized that, like, I was obviously different, it was about knowing that the music that I made would touch the people who needed it. And like, typically just and like, obviously regarding them as my main focus. So like my fans and like everyone who like gravitates and relates to me, they all play a huge part in making me feel less alone and making me want to make music and making me want to be here. And I think it's an amazing thing. So I just sort of look to that, to be honest.
So you don't pay mind to blogs and reviews and critics and award nominations and whatever may come?
No. Don't care.
Okay, talking about your Angel Haze in the hip hop landscape, how do you feel about the rappers, the feminine rappers, lady
like
rappers, like
Iggy Azalea?
Whatever.
I think Iggy Azalea is amazing. Yeah. I think Nicki Minaj is great. I think Kreayshawn, you know, Missy Elliott, all the people who are actively out, MIA, if you consider her a rapper or whatever. But I think they're all really good. I think that a special sort of recognition should be given to women who are creative, especially in the way that they are, you know, in visual ways and in lyrical and all that other stuff. So I appreciate the art of other females, and that's just how I am, I suppose.
Because, you know, to people, like, talking about lady rappers, like there's Nicki Minaj, and then there's Angel Haze, Iggy Azalea, and Zelia Banks, like who are this new wave the people are really looking for and looking out. So I just wanted to have your opinion on that, and how do you feel, because the Missy Elliott, the older generation, the EVE, they're kind of gone, if you can say so. We know they have this legacy and everything, but
I think it's cool to be considered a part of a new wave of something, you know. I think overall, you know, I don't know how to say it without sounding like a douchebag.
It's all right, just say it.
I think that I'm not a rapper, and that's the first thing that people have to remember when they try to categorize me. Naturally, I'm inclined to be a singer, and that's what I mean, that's what overall I am going to do, you know. But trying my hand at rap and being all right at it, or average, or even good, if you consider it, is a task, and it's, I don't know, it's something I'm proud of. But you know, I don't feel like I fall in that category, and I don't want to straddle the line or whatever. I just consider myself a musician, and that's it. So it's fine either way.
Talking about talking about hip hop, like, we know you grew up in a very difficult for you. You grew up with a very difficult education, very strict and religious and conservative, if you can say so. How do you? I know you started listening to Eminem at 16, which is really hard to comprehend coming from Detroit.
For me too, bro. But yeah.
So how do you fall in love with music and with this art and with hip hop so late, and then master it and become Angel Haze?
I'm a psycho. One, you need to know that. Like, I am incredibly obsessive, and when I put my mind to something, I feel like I have to achieve it. Like, I started rapping again, you know, it was something I could not do at all. I sucked at it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend I was always good at it. It's not a talent of mine, it's something that I learned. And learning and then being able to like make all the stuff that I was seeing on the internet, or seeing by definition, or on forums or whatever, applicable to my music. And like, even if it comes down to how fast I can rap, or staccato, or like metaphors and word plays and like all that crap, I like learned it and I obsessed over it until like everything became so technical for me that like I could do it like that. And I don't know, I think that's about challenging myself, and it makes me happy.
You should. So growing up, you never had a real interest in hip hop or in
no, I definitely, I think I don't think that I would be a musician if I did not keep myself open to all types of music. Hip hop it's definitely one of those things where you have to pick the right artist. Eminem, Kanye West, extreme idols of mine, and mostly because of the fact that they're so relentless in who they are. And Eminem, you could have the whole world hating him and calling him a homophobe and a misogynist or whatever, or Kanye, the same thing, and they'll still be themselves, and they'll make great music, and that's something to appreciate. I always thought that like hip hop, if ever there were a voice, you know, it should be those two. I like Lil Wayne, I like Nicki Minaj, I like all those guys, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, I think is amazing. You know, but it's always about varietizing and not just being stuck and trapped in a box. And I think those guys get it.
Okay. And by the way, did you catch up with everything Eminem did?
Yeah. Serious? Yes. I have all of his like everything. Like, God, I think I know Eminem songs better than he does, probably. To be honest. No, just kidding. But yeah, love him.
Okay. So Angel Haze is a stan.
I'm 10.
A stan.
What's that mean?
Stan. You know the song Stan?
Oh,
but
I thought you were saying I was 10.
No.
I am not a stan. Those people are crazy. I only want lots
Do you
of
have
his
stans,
hair.
by the way?
Yes.
Yeah? How do you feel about, because we know you as a very private person, not that much on the spotlight. So how do you feel now that you're a celebrity and people are like mad in love with you and everything?
I think it's kind of interesting and it's kind of scary as well.
At the same time?
Yes, very much so, especially when you don't know what people want from you and it's just weird. But I think it's cool if you can love someone that much. Props to you, because you know I love Eminem that much. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in his room and like steal locks of his hair and stuff. That's a joke.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah,
that's
it's definitely a joke.
Okay, so last question. I also looked at an interview, kind of an old interview of you this week, and you said there that it's been hard for you to listen to hip hop because it's so repetitive.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about hip hop now? Like recently, Kid Cudi came out and said that hip hop is really holding black people back because of this "I got money and bitches" thing. Because
there's right now there's I don't know, there's a turn up culture. It's all about drugs. It's all about weed. It's all about sex.
Mali.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like I don't know if people realize, but it's a setback. It keeps you from focusing on what's important. And I don't see the point in glamorizing the drug usage and all the other stuff. So like, I mean, if you do drugs, do it in private. You know, it's not something to impose upon people. It's like your opinion. You don't need to share it with everyone. And I don't know. I think there's room for every single type of music, but those aren't particular types I choose to indulge in. So that's it.
I mean, you have a turn-up song on your album. Echelon is kind of fashion week. I'm out here saying, but that's kind of that's kind of
no, just kidding. But yeah, I agree. I think I don't know. I have my just like preferences, I suppose. But now it's different because you know you have like Schoolboy Q's and Absols and all those guys who are coming back and they're putting their heart and their soul into stuff, and it feels like hip hop again.
Okay. So last question. In a vlog, Big Sean said that coming from Detroit, you would never thought or dreamed about traveling and coming to Paris. Like I know you're not the kind of I'm from Detroit, you're the D over everything thing. But pause.
Whoa. But you know, I think that's.
Did you have this feeling about you, like I'm never gonna make it, or?
Definitely. I mean, I don't think you realize how real it can be until it is real for you. For me, when I was growing up, I had no clue what the fuck Paris was. I was like, what? I didn't know anything was outside of like Detroit or like where I was growing up at the time. And then I started moving around at the age of like 9. I've not lived anywhere for like longer than a year and a half. So like now traveling is a thing for me. Like I have commitment issues. I don't stay in the same place. I've broken like 3 leases in 1 year, you know, so traveling is very, very much who I am. D-Town. No, just kidding.
Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, Angel.
No props.
Thank you very much, and much success.
Thank you.
For what's to come in fashion, music, art, whatever.
Thanks.
Wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. C'était Igor et Angel Haze pour Skeuds.